Chapter 29. 3 Souls and 7 Spirits. A day later, the crowd saw some corpses being gnawed by wild beasts on the road, as well as traces of a great battle, a mess. "Helmsman, we may be coming to an aboriginal gathering place here," Gao Xianzi said with a slightly moved expression. Gu Hai nodded. "Ah, I recognize this place," Xiaoru steeply exclaimed. "Oh, that mountain. I know that mountain. Go over that mountain, and you'll see the medicinal garden I used to stay in, Carefree Valley." Xiaoru pointed at a mountain peak and said, "Go." Gu Hai's group quickly ran towards there. Soon, the group climbed to the top of the mountain and looked at the back together. However, they saw a huge scorched black valley, as if it had experienced a monstrous fire before. Below the valley, there were some buildings. However, at this moment, they were also close to collapsing. And the medicinal garden that Xiaoru was talking about, at this moment, was also turned into scorched earth. "This is it, all burnt." Xiaoru was surprised. "The things here should have been looted once. There's nothing left," Chen Chonchen said with slight regret. "Helmsman, something's not right. Where are the corpses here?" Xiaoru said that there were over 1,000 people living here all. "There's actually not a single corpse," Gao Xianzi said in surprise. "Yes." Gu Hai's eyes narrowed slightly as he surveyed the surroundings. "By the way, Engong, there's actually another place here. There's something good inside that can't be taken away," Xiaoru suddenly said with a twitch in her expression. "Oh, that's a spring. Only the Valley Master can enjoy it. And it can only be enjoyed once a year. It seems that I heard that bathing in this spring, one's cultivation will be enhanced," Xiaoru said. "Spirit Spring. There is a spirit spring here." Chen Chanchen's eyes widened instantly. "What is a spirit spring?" Gu Hai curiously said. "It's a naturally formed spirit gathering formation that gathers countless spirit chi in the spring water. The spirit chi can't be leaked out, but as long as the person who bathes in it, the spirit chi will be squeezed all the way into the body too, helping cultivation. Moreover, the spirit chi from the spirit spring is the most gentle spirit chi. It won't cause any after effects," Chen Chonchen said excitedly. "Where is the spiritual spring?" Gu Hai looked toward Xiaoru. "In the cave behind that palace. It's very hidden. I'll take Ngong there." Finally being able to help Ngong, Xiaoru was very happy. The group quickly stepped into the valley. The scorched black valley was filled with collapsed ruins, and so was one of the largest palaces. A large portion of it collapsed. "Helmsman, look," Gao Xianzi said with a steep face change. In the midst of the crumbling palace, hundreds of corpses were currently laying around, all charred and black. Some of them were already in pieces, but all of them were pieced together. "The corpses have all gathered here," Chen Chonchen revealed a hint of surprise. Gu Hai's eyes stared and went on guard, quickly turning his head to check the surroundings. "Helmsman, there's no one in the valley. We've seen it earlier on the mountain as well." Gao Xianzi frowned. "Then, who on earth collected these corpses over here?" Chen Chonchen said in puzzlement. Gu Hai frowned and took a deep breath. "Go to the spirit spring first." The crowd nodded with a complexity in their hearts. By passing the ruins of the palace, they immediately saw a hidden cave, surrounded by a pile of charred wood ruins. As if when the fire came, the charred wood blocked the entrance of the cave to prevent outsiders from discovering it. But at the moment, the charred wood was moved away, and there were some footprints on the ground. "This is it," Xiaoru shouted. Gu Hai and Gao Xianzi, however, narrowed their eyes slightly, went on guard and stopped. "Go," Chen Chonchen called out. "Someone has gone in, or rather, someone is inside," Gao Xianzi said in a deep voice. "Someone," Chen Chanchen's face changed, and he was also careful. Just as the three of them, a snake, were being careful, a voice suddenly came from the cave. "Immeasurable Life Buddha." The voice was quite loud, but in the ears of the crowd, it had a sense of calmness, as if listening to this Buddha's name One's heart was tranquilized in an instant. Gu Hai, however, changed his face and became more and more alert. Slowly, from the cave came out an old monk wearing a robe. The old monk's face is full of compassion, slowly out of the occasion. One hand also carrying a corpse. The body seems to have died for a long time. The body has a large number of wounds. Looking at its face, it should have died of suffocation. So it's the ancient helmsman. I'm sorry, the old monk, however, said with a faint smile. Master knows me. Gu Hai's face changed and said. The old monk took a look at Xiaoru in Gu Hai's arms and smiled faintly. Heaven has the virtue of goodness. And servant Master Gu was able to punish the evil and promote the good for a small, unrelated snake. How could a poor monk not remember that? Gao Xianzi and Chen Chongqun looked at each other. That day, when they just entered this small world, a group of people surrounded and killed Xiaoru, and the old monk was among the crowd. Dare I ask the master's legal name? Gu Hai said with a solemn expression. Poor monk Rensheng, the old monk said with a smile. Greetings, Master Rensheng. I don't know if the corpse here is the one that Master Rensheng collected. Gu Hai curiously said. Not bad, all of you wait a bit. Wait for me to collect these last corpses and bury them. Master Ruisheng laughed. Good. Gu Hai nodded. Renshek slowly walked to the place of the palace, and slowly laid the two corpses flat in the middle of the palace. Helmsman, Chen Chongqun looked at the cave somewhat eagerly. Gu Hai, however, shook his head signaling Chen Chongqun to be at ease. However, he saw that the old monk suddenly flipped his hand, and took out a Zen staff, and violently plunged it into the earth. Boom! There was a loud bang, as the Zen staff landed on the ground. A golden light swirled out from the Zen staff, enveloping the surrounding earth. Rumble. The earth slowly collapsed towards the center, and the palace where the corpses were placed had slowly sank into the ground. The surrounding land rolled and moved towards the center, slowly burying the palace and forming a giant grave. Impossible. Who the hell is this person? This. What kind of magic treasure is this? Chen Chongqun exclaimed. What's wrong? Gu Hai looked at Chen Chongqun. Helmmaster. This small world compresses one's cultivation to the innate realm, and catalyzing that Zen stuff with the innate realm yet. Even I, sect leader king, can't do it, Chen Chongqun said with an ugly face. You mean, this person is even more powerful than the Clear River Patriarch, or his magic treasure is more powerful than the Clear River Patriarchs? Dao Xionzi asked. Chen Chongqun nodded with a complicated face. Ashes to ashes, earth to earth, all of you, rest in peace. Infinite life Buddha. Master Ruisheng put down his Zen staff and folded his hands, saying, Who are you? A clear wind steeply blew in the surroundings. Master Ruisheng, what are you doing? Gu Hai asked curiously. Master Ruisheng twisted his head to look at Gu Hai, as if he had a good view of Gu Hai and didn't mind collecting their corpses and building a tomb for them, establishing a trust. Grandmaster, I've heard that people here will be reincarnated after they die. A lot of people don't care about their lives. Why does Master still care so much? Gu Hai was curious. They don't care because they don't understand. By the time they understand, it will be too late. Master Ruisheng shook his head and said, I am willing to listen to Master's explanation. Gu Hai curiously said, You can't see it, while I can see that there are 831 souls standing here, saluting me, in gratitude to me. Each of these thoughts of gratitude is a piece of my merit. Master Ruisheng laughed. 831 souls, here. Gu Hai looked at the huge grave, revealing a look of surprise. At the place of each grave, there stands a soul. They are incomparably lonely, looking at the pedestrians around them, waiting to be sacrificed, because only when he's sacrificed will he have the feeling of existence. Can you understand the loneliness of that? Everyone can't see themselves, Master Ryzen explained. Doesn't a person die and go to the next life? A soul stands at each grave. What does that mean? Gu Hai was curious. Master Ruisheng looked at Gu Hai and was silent for a while. That's fine. If Servant Master Gu has compassion, I can also clear up the confusion for Servant Master Gu. People have 3 souls and 7 spirits. Have you heard of that? Yes. Often heard of 3 souls and 7 spirits. The 3 souls are the heavenly soul, the earthly soul, and the human soul. After a person's death, the 3 souls are separated. The heavenly soul returns to heaven, which is often referred to as the spirit of the deceased in heaven. The earth soul enters the earth, or the netherworld, and enters the netherworld, eventually reincarnating in the next life. The human soul, on the other hand, is to stay in the body, guarding the body, the surrounding gas, benefiting the future generations, if buried in the spirit of the chi, blessed convergence of the place. The future generations will be blessed with luck in the body, luck very much, if buried in the place where bad luck and dirty chi converge. The descendants of future generations will also have bad luck in their lives, Master Ren Shell explained. Master, the 3 souls and 7 spirits are not reincarnated together. Gu Hai was surprised. All along, Gu Hai had thought that on the occasion of reincarnation, the 3 souls and 7 spirits were all together. At the time of a person's death, that is when the soul flies away. Doesn't Servant Gu know that? Master Ren Sheng laughed. When you die, your soul flies away. Not bad. The 3 souls are yin, the 7 souls are yang. The 7 souls are the physical body of your flesh. When the flesh disappears, the soul is scattered. The 3 souls are the 3 souls of heaven, earth and man. The earth soul can reincarnate into the next life. The human soul is given by the parents, derived from the bloodline, through the human soul that connects to the descendants of the future generations. The heavenly soul comes from the gift of heaven, and after death, it has to return to heaven. That's why it's called the heavenly soul, Master Ren Shen explained. So, people who reincarnate, only the earth soul is the same in their past lives. The 2 souls and 7 spirits are already new, and after reincarnation, they are not their original selves. Gu Hai said with a twitch in his expression. Master Ruisheng nodded. I finally know why the Great Elder doesn't allow suicides to be reborn and reincarnated. It turns out that the memories of the past life are only the memories of the earth soul, and they are gone when you die. Everyone is unique. Shaoru revealed a look of surprise. Gu Hai, however, steeply changed his face, then said, Master, if a person dies, to resurrect her, is it possible? Theoretically it's possible, but it's too difficult to revive a dead person. The 7 souls can be remodeled, but the 3 souls are too difficult. Master Ren Sheng shook his head and said, Oh how? The human soul is good, always guarding the side of the grave. What about the earth soul? Probably already reincarnated. What about the heavenly soul? The soul returns to heaven. You want to take it from heaven. Back then, Elder Guanxi was trying to take his beloved heavenly soul with heaven. But unfortunately, as you can see, even Elder Guanxi ended up perishing, Grandmaster Ren Sheng explained. Gu Hai, however, was silent for a while. His eyes were cloudy for a while. Several times he wanted to open his mouth to say something, but he held back. Grandmaster, will the human soul always guard the corpse? Gao Xianzi asked. Master Ruisheng looked aside at the grave, took a deep breath and said, The human soul, however, is the most fragile. Many possibilities can cause them to perish, exposing the body to the wilderness, being eaten by wild beasts. The human soul has no flesh to hold onto, and will soon dissipate. After burial, it can be entrusted to the grave, and can survive for a long time. But there are all kinds of accidents. Perhaps one day it is blown out as if it were a candle flame. Many possibilities, I can't tell. Human souls still perish. Gu Hai's face changed. Depends on the chance. Everything is possible. Heaven has the virtue of good life. But sometimes it's not up to heaven to decide. Master Ruisheng shook his head and said, Thank you for your explanation, Master. Gu Hai took a deep breath and said with a solemn salute,